Hi, it's Ferris here from Gardening with Spirit, and today I'm indoors because I'm talking all about seeds. That's what I've been doing. It's January 2016 and I've been going through my seeds. I've sorted all my seeds. I've made a high tower and put all these seeds in different categories. So I've been busy doing that. And what I did with that is some of my seeds are old and I wasn't sure if they're still viable, if they're still going to germinate. So I have been having so much fun doing little seed tests. This is a little sprouter I have. So I've been doing seed tests of different vegetables, different flowers, even here. So I just keep them wet and damp and see if the seeds germinate. Now, some of the seeds might not germinate on that. If some don't, I may also try them in soil just to be sure before I start placing seed orders for the year, which is really exciting. And being me, when some of them sprout, I sort of felt a bit sorry for them. So I have a windowsill full of little pots with, like, this is quinoa, with little sprouted seeds that I'm going to turn into like little microgreens or something. So I'm not even wasting those sprouts, because sometimes I get sad when I see them sprout and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to put them on the compost heap. It seems a bit mean. So it's a really great thing to do if you've old seeds and you're not sure if they're viable, because I don't want to wait till something like March or April and plant them and then go sow them and go, oh, they've not come up, and then have to go out and buy more and start the whole process again and maybe, you know, miss a week. So that's a really good thing to be doing this time of year. It's January, there's not much going on outside. And as well as that, I've been starting my little planting plan. This one is for the main garden outside. And as I said in an earlier video, I'm looking at gardening intuitively this year. So when I decide what to put in each sort of segment of the garden, I do look at crop rotation, but I'm also looking at doing it intuitively. So strange as this may sound, I asked the garden what it would like planted in that spot out of all the things I'd like to grow. And that's what I did this week. I walked around the garden and I got those answers, and I'm going one stage further with it. I love growing different plants together. I suppose in permaculture terms it's called polyculture. You could just call it companion planting, intercropping. There's something, I don't like just rows and rows of the same vegetable, and it's not good for diversity. The pests will get easier to the crops if there are rows and rows of them. And to me, it just looks gorgeous to mix like flowers and herbs in with my vegetables. So I've been researching that. I was looking at what they call annual polycultures, what plants to grow together. Like some of them are quite well known, like if you have a really slow growing crop, like a cabbage or a cauliflower, well, you can interplant with lettuces. Same things if you have sweet corn, you can interplant with lettuces. And I've always put spinach under my peas. Don't know why, it's just something I've always done. So I did a bit of research, and there's awesome videos on YouTube, a couple of really good ones from Patrick Whitefield and Caroline Aitken from the UK, talking about polycultures and diversity, and I'll put some links below or in the blog post. But you know, I sat there and I was making lists of what plants go well, and then I thought I'm gardening intuitively. Why am I looking outside for information? So what I'm starting to do, and this is an experiment, and I will post back later on to see if this experiment works or not, I have asked the plants. So when I was first thinking, I asked, I don't know why celery came to mind. I was like, well, what would you like to grow with? And it said parsnips. So I was like, okay, we'll do celery and parsnips. And out of curiosity, I looked it up afterwards because I wasn't sure like what root depth celery has, and apparently it has very light root depth. It doesn't go down very far in the soil. So actually it's a really good companion to parsnips, because parsnips go down really far. Parsnips take a really long time to grow, whereas the celery I could put in and it could come up quite quickly. Now, I also asked if there are other things that would like to be planted in that mix. In permaculture terms, they can call it a guild. It's like a group of plants that grow together and sort of help each other out, that are happy bedfellows, shall we say, at the very least, and contribute well to each other. So radishes, I got radishes, which I have done before, and I got the hit that I'll put in the radishes, and the radishes will be ready within a number of weeks. And once they come out, I'll put some of the celery where the radishes were, because celery does take a little bit of time to get going, and I may play a bit of lettuces. So I'm just starting to ask those questions. What wants to play where? I have an idea what works, so I'm looking at that and I'm just getting the feeling of it. What feels right? What feels light when I ask it? And I also use kinesiology muscle testing as well. So watch this space. I still have more to do. I've only just started with this process, and it might work and it might not, but I'm willing to experiment for this year. So that's the update for now. I'm just about to get seed catalogues for the year. I'm very excited. I love this time. I love seeing things sprout and imagining how the garden is going to be in the coming year and all the awesome things I'm going to get to plant. So that's me for now. I've a couple of updates recently, I think, from outside in the garden, getting rid of some of that invasive mint and other things. But today is an indoor day and I'm going to go back to planning my garden for the year. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.